welcome to Ready, Set, Eat. I'm your host, Leslie, and today we're in the Oak Park Arts District at Briejo. I'm here with chef owner Jody Andre. Hi, Jody.
Hi, Leslie, how are you?
Great, I'm starving. What are we cooking today?
We are cooking a crab cake that it's got a different spin, but this is something you can do at home relatively cheaply, and it's not that hard and it's not that time consuming.
All right, let's get started.
Okay, well, first of all, today we're using imitation crab versus real crab, just because of the cost factors and as well as being able to find this in a grocery store, any grocery store.
Great.
We have two packages here that together, about $10, will yield anywhere from 12 to 16 crab cakes.
That's a lot of leftovers.
That's a lot of leftovers or a lot of friends. So what we're going to do is basically we're going to get our hands in here and we're going to take the crab and we're going to basically just take it and deconstruct it a bit.
Okay.
And once we
around.
mush it around, which is the fun part if you ask me, basically take that and put that aside.
Okay.
All right, so we'll put this right over here. And the next order of business, which I usually like to start with, is I like to take one red pepper, one green pepper, and one jalapeno pepper, and I like to chop it, just slice it, and you're going to slice around the middle. Now, I don't know if you've ever cored, but you're going to take the middle of the pepper out.
And then what kind of food do you serve at Briejo?
We do a little of everything. We have, it's American eclectic, I like to say, but we have we allow our chefs to do whatever inspires them. And so we've had anything from some Asian influences, French influences. If they go on a vacation, they want to come back and utilize the cuisine of their vacation, you know, we're more than happy to go wherever the inspiration takes them.
So how long have you guys been open?
We opened November of 2008, and so we're
a little over a year.
year, and it's been a great year. Of course, when we started the construction, we really didn't realize that it was going to be you know, the economic downturn wasn't quite in full force yet. So we started the construction, and midway through is when the economy started taking a dive. But we stayed the course, and so far, so good. We've had a good first year, and we've got a lot of loyal customers, and the neighborhood's been very supportive, as has the village. They were very helpful and instrumental in getting us open.
And how did you pick the Oak Park Arts District?
Well, quite honestly, my business partner, Bridget Lytle, her sister, Michelle, moved into one of the first condo conversions here on the street, and she made mention that we should come take a look at some of the property that was sitting vacant. And it took a couple of months, but by the time I got up here, the first time I drove up the street, I realized that this was probably...
This was the place?
I love pioneering new neighborhoods and bringing something that a neighborhood, I think, you know, will appreciate.
Okay, so I'm done chopping.
So am I. Let's put them together. Let's see here. We've got lots of red and lots of green peppers. It doesn't matter if they're combined or whatnot.
Okay.
Now, we're going to chop up one jalapeno pepper.
All right.
And,
I'll let you do that.
Okay. And yeah, don't touch, after you do this, do not touch any part of your face. You will be sorry.
Got it.
And I like to keep the seeds of the jalapeno in, which is where the heat comes from. If you really want to make it hot, you can use a habanero, which is a much hotter pepper, or serranos. The jalapeno seems to be the most common to use in something like this. We're going to cut this really fine, because if you get a big chunk of this, you're going to...
It's not going to be tasty.
It's going to be tasty, but you're going to have some watering of the eyes. Okay.
And what would you say are a couple of your signature dishes here?
I'd like to think that we have a pork tenderloin that is grilled to perfection, and it comes out with a raspberry barbecue sauce.
Yum.
And it's one of my favorites. And we also have, like I said, we have short ribs that are really braised over a course of about 4 to 6 hours, and then finished off before we serve them. And it comes with, you know, it's a comfort dish, especially for the winter that we're experiencing right here.
So what are we doing next?
What we're going to do is we're going to take this, which is the crab meat, and we're going to mix in all these peppers. And you just kind of do it, you know, so I'm going to let you do all the mixing, and I'll just throw the tossing in there.
Sounds good.
And, you know, you can do this to taste. If you don't like a lot of peppers or a lot of heat, you can use that as well. Now, what we're going to toss in there at the same time is a little bit of minced garlic, which, again, everything can be done to your liking. It doesn't have to be done a certain way.
Right, and
you could taste this while while you're mixing it. You don't want to do it with the egg after you put the egg in, but you can mix it while and you want to get some good colors in there. I think we're about there. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to toss in one. Let's try 2 eggs right now. Okay, I'll take one. You take one.
All right.
And again, using your hands.
Got it.
We're going to throw some breadcrumbs in while you do that.
Okay.
And the breadcrumbs basically act as a binding agent, and also that's what gives it its crispiness. A little flour in there, as a binding agent.
Okay. And you guys do a lot of special events here too, right?
We do. We do everything from political fundraising to wedding parties to we have live music.
Oh.
We've had a lot of business meetings, it's luncheons. We're not open during the day, so we do a lot of bridal showers, baby christening parties, things like that. So if anyone does have a need for a party, give us a call.
All right.
Let's do one more egg. I think we need.
So.
We need another egg to keep us. You feel it coming together yet?
Some more breadcrumbs.
More breadcrumbs, yeah. And it is a process. It's a little like chemistry.
Yeah.
Or Play-Doh, whichever you are most familiar with.
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh, yeah. Let's see if we can. Now, if you can start binding it, like, let's see if we want to do this. I think it's a few more breadcrumbs, but if you start binding it like this, and it's doing very well.
And you guys do a lot of specials throughout the week, too.
We do. All of our fish specials are nightly. So we run usually a different fish every night, probably about 3 or 4 fish weekly. We also run a special pasta, a special appetizer. We try to run soups of the week or soups of the day. And again, we come in and it's basically how much we feel like experimenting. And we look at our crowd, too. If we're going to have a large crowd, then we are probably more likely to do more specials.
Okay.
That looks like I think mine too.
Okay.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the crab cakes, we're going to go into the kitchen, we're going to take about a ½ an inch of fryer oil or olive oil. I would say about 1.5 to 2 minutes on each side until they're brown. And don't try to turn them too often because they will fall apart or break apart.
So now we have our fried crab cake. What's next?
Okay, we're going to disassemble. Now, if you don't want anything on the crab cake, that's fine too. But this is kind of how we do it. We take a couple pieces of brie cheese, sliced very thinly. I would say about 1/4 an inch.
Okay.
And we would put that atop a very hot crab cakes, hopefully right out of the frying oil.
Okay.
And then we take 2 or 3 pieces of bacon, and then we take our fried egg, and we're going to basically
set it on top.
Set it on top.
Looks very
and
tasty.
we're going to use some cilantro here today to kind of top that. And then we're going to put 3 dollops of different sauces. We have a sriracha sauce, which has got some heat.
Okay.
This is a citrus alloy, and this is a reduced balsamic vinaigrette.
Am I just putting a drop?
You can put a drop on. Yeah, put 3 right in a row. And you have color on your plate.
This is rooster sauce, right?
As you call it, rooster sauce. They'll make you crow. And this is a reduced balsamic, which also is very good. So you have choices of sauces. And there you have.
It's very pretty. Thanks
Briejo
so much.
crab cake. Well, thank you.
I'm ready to eat.
Let's try it.
Okay. Well, Jody, everything looks great.
Thank you.
Let's eat.
Let's eat.
All right. I want to get some of this egg.
Yeah, deconstructing. I always like to get the egg.
Yeah.
Take it right down the middle, and the egg then goes into the.
And the brie.
Yes, but
Very
be
good.
careful not to get it in what you call the rooster sauce, because you'll be getting double
Double
hotness. Yes.
And how did you guys come up with this recipe?
Well, actually, this came about after my second restaurant in Edgewater. My then and now head chef, or present head chef, Linda Radel, helped me come up with this for that restaurant. And we just brought this back to life on our New Year's menu.
Oh.
And people enjoyed it so much that we've always had crab cakes, but we decided to go with the more, I guess, upscale version for New Year's, and people liked it so much that it's now an option. You can always still get it the way we've always had them, which is just with a honey mustard sauce glaze or any of the sauces we have featured here.
And where can people at home get the recipe?
We have a website. It's www.briejo.com, and we also have where you can follow us on Facebook or you can follow us on Twitter.
Sounds great. Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, let's finish this.
Let's finish it for sure.